I hope that you have had a pleasant week. We're seeing drama, the number 5. We're seeing isolation, number 6. Could speak to you, these numbers. Leo there. Scorpio, or sorry, Virgo. Discrimination here. Number 6 again. And this one that came upside down, fortune, upside down, number 5. Very important there. There seems to be 2 5s and 2 6s here. Can we have a read on why there's drama within the situation here for the collective? We're seeing there that there's an innovation issue that takes place here. Could be for some of you that are actually going through a process where you've brought new things in and not everybody seems to like what you're presenting. Your energy is extremely innovative. You are doing things within your own space. I'm hearing the word unbreakable. Unbreakable seems to be something that's very important for those of you who are experiencing perhaps a little bit of envy from the certain people in your life. There's also some sort of relationship issue that seems to be coming up where you've basically broken away from things that do not serve you anymore. And because of that isolation, you've been finding a lot of time for yourself where you're able to understand fully what the energy presents for itself, what the situation really was all about. Can we see a little bit more of isolation here? Seeing affair, seems to be someone that may have had an affair, perhaps can also be a spiritual affair. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical one, but perhaps this is exactly what's been going on, that what's been coming in through the experience itself here is because you have taken time out for yourself. You found your pathway in another direction. This could speak to someone specifically who is encountering a particular issue with regards to who is affecting them in their life path. You see the discrimination here. It's about power. Number 8. We have 5 again here. So 555 seems to be something that's very important. It speaks to someone here. If you don't know the numbers, please find a way to find out what the angel numbers mean to you. I can only bring it up, whatever there is for you in the situation that you're finding yourself in. We're seeing here power, number 8, underneath discrimination. There's all the butterflies here, a new beginning. For some of you, you've overcome the conflicts in your life path. You were able to settle down and step back and really look at things for what their purposes are for you in your emotional life path. You have taken the good things and you've let go of the things that do not serve you anymore. That's very good. That's excellent. And with that comes your personal power that you're able to experience coming towards you by empowering yourself, by only choosing within your free will what it is that you wish to experience or what not. Why is it upside? Why is fortune upside down? Spirit, please give us a guidance here. We're seeing risk. Risk also fell out upside down, but I'm actually turning it because it's kind of sideways here. Because of a particular risk, someone in a financial situation seems to have perhaps not achieved what they would have wanted to achieve. Interesting here about the fortune is that the sun is in the above block and the upper energy field with regards to the universe is underneath. So this could also be an inverted situation where perhaps you have wanted to achieve something, but you instead have not achieved exactly what you thought it would be financially, but perhaps on a spiritual level, you've understood that you have gained from this experience an objective perspective. Can we see a sort of a going out from this a little bit more on the risk here, please? We're seeing resourcefulness. Cancer, Aries here, very important. Number 4, number 1. So this could speak to you, 41, 1, 4, 14. This could also be today's date, which is August the 14th. Within this, there seems to be also a specific seeking to try and understand a particular direction in which your own experience matters to you. There seems to be a direction which one seems to follow here. Again, the whole theme about unbreakable seems to come up here. Within this, I'm being drawn that there is essentially a cycle of your experience where you're achieving heights, and perhaps at this moment where there's a low, there will always come a height from something that has not perhaps played out the way it should have played out. Naturally speaking, in terms of the financial thing that may have hit someone on a financial level, there can we find out what is the well, we found out that this is the reason is that it was too risky. So essentially, don't be angry with how the universe is experiencing this particular process with you, or that it has presented itself to you, because it literally has presented itself in its own reality to you. So therefore, in that way, you are being guided to take what is resourceful from this particular situation. I'm not a financial advisor though, so I will say this, that there is more here than financial abundance. I will bring that up for you. Can we see further along in this a little bit more? These 2 came out. 3 came out here. It says indecision underneath, innovation and extremism. 8 again, and independence 11. It's a lot of double numbers here. I know that this deck has a lot of double numbers, but to have them so prolifically presented in the reading is actually very interesting as well. It says something about the seriousness of your path that you're taking. The indecision with regards to the drama that you've had to experience, and out of that you've had to, that you may find yourself feeling you are in right now, is essentially an illusion, because of the fact that you have already accomplished the ability to invent new ways of understanding the particular situation in your life path. In this case, for someone who is experiencing the ebb and flow of relationships here, in terms of the affair in which perhaps could even have been something in the past that still plays itself out. Perhaps the person that seems to have been in someone's life is very extreme. Perhaps this person has a little bit of a violent streak to them as well. And perhaps for that reason, you had chosen to step back from the whole situation with regards to this particular person in your life path. I'm also seeing here that because of that in terms of discrimination and the power that you've gained, because you've learned to discriminate in a justification manner, you have learned to also become independent from that which has brought a lot of things that may have brought conflict to you in your life path. I'm seeing here that in this way there is only going forward and going upwards in that direction in which you are being given the guidance to do so. Can we see a little bit more on this end here? Romance. Within the fortune that may not have been had, out of that, because it was too risky, and out from that, within its energy, is formed a romance, which means there is a new path opening up for you, because you are seeing that you could learn from what you have previously perhaps lost. If this is not a financial endeavor, and this is an emotional endeavor, I'm seeing that there is definitely a relationship that is changing to finding something new, where it could be connected still to the one who's had the affair, perhaps, and has left you broken-hearted, where you are able to have learned from those wounds in your life path. So this very much tells me that this was someone very specific who has had a heartbreak, and in this process you've come up out of this, and you're slowly coming out of this within the cycle of your growth. Number 4 could speak to you about the particular time in which you are finding yourself to be in. Find out what number 4 means to you in the house itself, because definitely there is a relationship here to do with how you are able to promote yourself going forward in terms of what you wish to experience. That is always going to be the direction in which you should follow your inner guidance here. And all I'm doing is just providing an affirmation to what is within your inner guidance. I'm never going to tell you what to do and what not to do. There's no judgment in the readings ever. So it is open for you to decide where you wish to place yourself within the reading in itself. Can we see a little bit more out here? I'm seeing birth. For some of you, there could be a child that is born. Some of you could start a new business, could start something new. There's an energetic expression here with number 4 underneath the 4 here, which suggests that you're looking at something on a spiritual level that's actually developing for you right now. You're coming into an essence of a rebirth, and the rebirth within itself is because of the chaos that you've experienced through a lot of drama over the last few weeks of your life path. Can we see overall where this is going for the collective? We're seeing here convention. There's definitely some sort of building up of connection here with regards to a lot of people around you. You may find yourself having to start something, that invention that you've created for yourself. It's leading towards a convention. You may have to go and see people to explain your new way of doing certain things, your project that you're bringing in for a business particularly. I'm also seeing people coming together or coalescing or coming together where there's energy showing me that there's a lot of focus on what's new and what is actually authentic and organically founded and built from within what you wish to present to the public. Is that something that can actually work for you on a financial level? Definitely it says so, but you have to be careful that you do not just over invest too much or more energy than it should require from you. If you over invest in terms of time and energy, then at most times when you present that thing, often enough it's not warranted, it's not recognized for how much energy you have put in, and you may feel a little let down by yourself because you may have a perfectionistic aspect within your personality. It's not a bad thing. It just means that you're your own worst critic, and so it means that you need to just apply the right amount of time and energy within the thing that you're building. Going forward here, seeing patience. Oops. Some people may not be talking to other people in terms of the connection in itself. If this is a relationship, I'm seeing that there's definitely a situation where there's a need for communication that has to happen between yourself and the other person. If you're having a relationship with someone and you're wanting for that person to actually come forward and they've not been coming forward for a time, then it's because of the drama that they're experiencing within their personal self. I'm seeing that the energy tells me that the person that you're dating or that you're with at this moment in time may have issues, then that is why their communication with you in terms of your relationship with them is slowed down. It's hot and cold. And so is there a resource? Is there a way around this? Can we see a little bit here? Can we see if there's any resource around this particular process? It means you need your 2 came out here. These cards are very sticky, seems to be. Health and eccentricity. So it suggests that you need to recognize the fact that the person has a particular personality in which they tend to want to first clear up the things that they have in their life before they're actually focusing on going forward with the connection with you. If this is the other way around, then take note of the person's eccentricities, their natures, the things that they have, the small things that make them who they are, their quirks, and that these are part of the person's energy in themselves, and that it says that you have to apply a healthy way of looking at it without sacrificing yourself in that situation. We see a little bit more here in terms of the power. We're seeing publicity. There's definitely some of you that are going to be presenting your material or your endeavors on a public platform. Some of you could even be readers or tarot readers, for that matter, or diviners rather, where you are able to present your way of expressing your communication to aim for the highest point. There's a 5 here again. So there's a lot of recognition and warnings, and or not warnings, but heads ups that are actually telling you to take note of the fact that you are actually stepping into a position where you are able to present something on the public level. It will most likely be in some sort of convention of some sort. Let's have a look a little bit more about what this is so that we can understand. Okay, it comes up as charity here. So it's something that's being done out of goodwill. It's something that's done to actually help people that are not as privileged perhaps. And this doesn't necessarily have to be charity work or charity case or anything like that, but it can be something on a spiritual level where you're perhaps giving people new information, where you're teaching them new ideas and being able to help themselves. Here I'm hearing the word organic. Growth, connecting with the grassroots level here. So I am actually seeing that also happening for some of you. And that seems to show that it's actually coming around the corner. It's quite strong here. Can we see when, if it's possible? We're seeing concentration, number 3 here. I'm picking up that it's probably 3 weeks. There's swords here, so it's 3 weeks. Could be 3 of swords, 3 weeks, for you to be able to find that direction soon. So I wish you the best of luck with regards to that particular endeavor. It also suggests that you need to speak with particular purpose and not overdo it. Just give the information across clearly and directly the way that it should be done. So this could be for someone who's also wanting to, what I'm picking up here is someone who's in a health industry, and this person is very much needing to present presentations so that they are able to get the people to invest in this particular plan that you have. You may be in that industry. It's very much a health education type of thing, combination there. So it suggests that you take the time to be very clear in how you present that information so it doesn't take you fully away from your reason why you wish to do this in the first place. Can we see overall here before we head out? I'm seeing here the order, or order by itself, and authority and fulfillment. So find the order within yourself. In other words, find the balance within your mind, body, soul, and spirit to be able to communicate in an ordered manner so that you're able to present the information across. There'll be a lot of things that may be put in a particular structure that may make you feel like you could doubt yourself. A lot of people that may be trying to be contenders in your pathway, or actually try to have competition with you. And those are their ways of how they, in a sense, wish to experience what you're doing. Because essentially, remember, it says drama and isolation here, which means you've been working on this thing for quite some time without anybody knowing about it. And that it's because of the fact that you are so structured within your thoughts and your actions speak of that you are able to understand the way things operate within the system in itself in which you are finding yourself. We're seeing here authority here for those who are in the relationship quandaries or conundrums, that you establish your own authority within what you wish to have from this particular relationship. It also says, as said before, that you take the respectful focus on what is important to you, what is not out of self-sacrifice, but what is essentially there in support. I get here restlessness underneath the deck, so it may actually imply that this is why some of you may feel you need order in order to be able to focus on this. I'll put this down here. In terms of fulfillment, either way, it ties into the actual message in itself that to be unbreakable means to be focused within your order of who you are, authority, that you are able to speak from authority perspective, and out of that you are able to go, you're going to ace that public speaking, you're going to ace that choice that you're going to be making because you are finding your own true self-fulfillment within being authentic to yourself. And I will leave this with you. I hope this has given you an affirmation, some guidance, and some wisdom for your path ahead. Until next time.